INFJs are known as the rarest personality type, compassionate, intuitive, and deeply observant. But despite their empathy, there are certain types of people who instantly disturb their energy. It's not because INFJs are intolerant or judgmental. It's because they sense things that others overlook. They pick up on inconsistencies, emotional manipulation, and false intentions long before anyone else notices. In this video, we'll explore 5 types of people INFJs can't stand, and the deeper psychological reasons why. 1. The manipulative charmer. Manipulators often target INFJs precisely because of their empathy. They come wrapped in charm, smooth talkers who seem kind, attentive, and emotionally intelligent. But underneath, they use those traits as tools to control, guilt trip, or exploit others. At first, the INFJ might seem captivated. They'll listen, care, and give the benefit of the doubt. But their intuition is like radar. It quietly picks up on every subtle inconsistency. When someone's words don't match their energy, or their kindness feels rehearsed, the INFJ's alarm bells start ringing. Once they realize they're being used, they don't explode or argue. They detach silently. And once an INFJ emotionally checks out, there's no going back for them. Manipulation is one of the ultimate betrayals of trust, and trust is sacred. 2. The constant complainer. INFJs are natural healers. They listen deeply and genuinely want to help people grow. But there's one thing they can't stand: people who constantly complain without any desire to change. The INFJ can handle pain, struggle, even anger, as long as it's real and moving toward growth. But when someone chooses to stay stuck, always finding something or someone to blame, it drains the INFJ's emotional reserves. These are the people who don't want advice. They just want an audience. To the INFJ, this feels like emotional vampirism, endless negativity with no self-awareness. Eventually, the INFJ withdraws, not out of cruelty, but to protect their inner peace. They'd rather be alone than suffocated by constant victim energy. 3. The attention seeker. INFJs dislike people who constantly need to be the center of attention. Those who exaggerate, interrupt, or use drama to feel important. These individuals often mistake loudness for confidence, but INFJs see through the act. To an INFJ, attention-seeking behavior feels hollow. It lacks authenticity. INFJs value quiet strength, inner calm, and genuine self-expression. They don't care how many followers you have or how many stories you tell. They care about depth. Attention seekers often drain INFJs because they dominate the energy in a room. They leave no space for real connection, no moment for silence, no sincerity. And since INFJs thrive on meaning and emotional honesty, that kind of superficial energy feels unbearable. So while the attention seeker performs, the INFJ simply fades into the background, observing, unimpressed, and already planning their quiet exit. 4. The emotionally unavailable. INFJs form deep emotional bonds, but only with people who can meet them halfway. They open up slowly, carefully, and only after sensing safety. But when they realize the other person avoids vulnerability or shuts down emotionally, they feel unseen. Emotionally unavailable people make the INFJ feel like they're talking to a wall, constantly reaching out, only to be met with cold indifference. INFJs crave reciprocity. They don't expect perfection. They just want emotional presence. When someone hides behind sarcasm, avoidance, or indifference, it reminds the INFJ of their deepest fear, giving everything, only to receive nothing real in return. And because they value authenticity so deeply, INFJs would rather walk away than keep pouring into an empty cup. 5. The hypocrite. For INFJs, integrity is non-negotiable. They can't stand people who say one thing and do another, who pretend to be good but act cruel, who preach honesty but lie behind closed doors. The INFJ's intuition is hypersensitive to hypocrisy. They can sense when someone's moral values are just a performance, and once they see that gap between image and truth, they can never unsee it. To the INFJ, hypocrisy feels like emotional poison. It disrupts the trust that holds relationships together. And because they hold themselves to high standards, they expect at least some consistency from others. They don't need people to be flawless. They just need them to be real. When someone's mask slips, the INFJ quietly steps back, choosing authenticity over illusion every time. INFJs don't hate people easily. In fact, they understand almost everyone. But understanding doesn't mean tolerating toxic energy. The truth is, INFJs feel everything deeply. They absorb the emotions, motives, and hidden energies around them. So when someone's presence starts to disturb their peace, they listen to their intuition and protect their space. They may walk away quietly, but it's never out of pride. It is an act of self-preservation, a way to protect the purity of their empathy in a world that often tries to exploit it. Because for the INFJ, peace isn't just a preference, it's a form of survival.